So these 6 exegeses conclude then with what is one of the most misunderstood and sadly mistranslated verses in the whole Bible, chapter 5, verse 48. Let me read it for you. Our translations say, "Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect." The problem with that translation is that in English, perfect doesn't really work to communicate what's being said here. In English today, perfect means something like free from blemish, and that ironically, we could read this verse and it could sound like it's the opposite of what Jesus is saying, that he's saying we have to be perfect, meaning all of our external behavior is perfect. But that's not what this word means. What this word means is be whole, be complete, be consistent, like an integer, which is related to the word integrity, to be mature, to be perfect. So if you can think of maybe a sports team, that you could say a sports team has a perfect record even if they lost every game. And we've had some examples of that in American sports where somebody has lost every game in a season. We could say they had a perfect record, meaning it was consistent. In that case, it's a bad kind of consistency, but that's the idea. It's wholeness, it's completeness. And you see, this in 548 is the summary of what he has just shown us in 521 to 47. The necessity of our righteousness being whole, being consistent on the inside and outside. And also note that like all biblical ethics and moral teaching, this 548, that what he says there is imitative. We're to be whole or complete even as our Heavenly Father is whole or complete. This is how God teaches us what is right. All of the ethics of the Bible are imitative. They are based on who God himself is. Because you see, God is whole. God is complete. In fact, that's what the word holy really means. Holy doesn't mean pure in its basic sense. Holy means dedicated. Holy means completely in with something. And so if we want to thrive and flourish, Jesus is saying, we must be whole people as well, because that's how God is. We will only find shalom or makarios when we are aligned with the nature of reality, which is God himself who is whole. So remember, righteousness is whole person behavior that accords with God's will, nature, and coming kingdom. And this is what Jesus is challenging us with here in 5:17 to 48, inviting us into a different way of seeing and being in the world that is more than just a focus on the externals, but is an invitation to the kind of wholeness that we long for, that he alone could do in us and through us by following him by the power of the Spirit.